I have also, like Aaron, just one short poem and one long poem. I'll start with a short one. This is the second poem of the night to use the word seraph, which is pretty cool. It's a good word. 27 birds, shaped in a V, poured their grace towards the thin moon, the slowpokes supplying the seraphs. Now it was a certainty, like most probabilities, if you give them time. Sometimes 27 birds do fly by the moon on the first evening of spring. These things happen. Sometimes you see them happen. Scored by an alone sparrow, and the sky azure, and the sky unbroken, so proud of its cohesion, of its blue. 27 is not the number of steps you took from the discotheque to the hotel as I clutched onto your back, grinning like a bloodhound, clots of cocaine chafing both our throats. It is not the number of pages the letter amounted to. The birds mean nothing by it. Theirs is not a comment on debauchery or the act of corresponding or on anything aside from the way evenings vouchsafe as they end. To vouchsafe is to dignify with an answer. A seraph is a fine line at the fray of a printed letter's main stroke. A bloodhound smiles, no matter his mood. And then my long poem is called Supernumerary. In my adulthood, I developed six wisdom teeth. My dentist was elated, but it was very painful. And the word for an extra wisdom tooth is supernumerary. Part 1. Pearls are piles of calcium carbonate produced by the mollusk to subdue the irritation caused by a chance intruder. There was no intruder today, but I have arrived, all white and no corners. 2. Embarrassments happen and they do not let go. You take your arms everywhere and your legs and your embarrassments. The human body has made so many mistakes. I am its embarrassment. I have a little niche. 3. Do you think of me somewhere deep in your person, in the darkest part of the darkest hole? I descended like a frail runt angel. I carried with me messages, but you did what men do to the things they produce and have no regard for. 4. You began as a cell, and science aligned the alleles. This will be a tear duct. This will be a big toe's nail. This will be what makes blood red. This will be the hair across his heart. I sat for all the unwise years, thinking about how light must feel, or water, or the act of mattering, about how plenitude involves excess. Men, in the constant midst of plenitudes, forget that. 5. The taking in of sandwiches and soup spoons and wedding cakes and body parts of those you love the most, in which I shall play no part. Anesthetic, what you got instead of pain, a dull drone you hear with every facial organ. 6. The tooth goes in a case, the case goes in a drawer, you forget about the drawer, then the case, then the tooth, then the whole year, the whole anthology of growth, the whole itinerary of the body, what you lost on your way, what bones you shook. 7. The moon yellows, and men stop what they're doing. They feel a glad cascade. A tooth yellows, and men hide their mouths, for instance, by grinning. Did you see the bottom? So white. Did you see? Are you proud? 8. Reading magazines in the waiting room, you learned the human body houses 206 bones. You do not know how many years you have left. You do not know why people do the things they do. You do not know how many men will allow their hands to be taken by your own as the moon beams warble and the bodily depressions in the bed lift and lift. They've been lifting imperceptibly since dawn. At least you know how many bones you hide. 9. But it's a lie. Each body being different, having weathered different tides, having left different projects half done on the kitchen table, and then having said, what's the use? You are the pilot of a vessel whose contents are infinite, with estimates. You are glum as a tooth without a mouth. 10. Last one. If somebody buried something simply because it was seed-like, years would go by, years of all sorts. Not a thing would sprout. Not a thing would crown. And I'm done. Thank you.